And welcome back, one and all, to the World Dodgeball Federation Championships 2019 in Cancun. We are just underway here between Team Hong Kong and Team Mexico. Jake, how are you feeling?
I am just pumped from that last game. I don't know, did you go over that already yet, if anyone's just tuning in?
I did not. I didn't get to see it, so I thought, why not let the experts who are here say something about it?
Wow. First overtime match of the entire tournament, Australia versus USA. I will go into it more, but wow, you guys should rewatch that. But here we go on the opening rush, Mexico versus Hong Kong. Both of them playing it very conservatively, coming back, getting themselves sorted before they took a shot.
I really like this version of the Team Mexico jerseys. I really like that that dark green and the nice gold numbering. Looks really sharp.
As of now, I think these are my favorite jerseys, top two.
They're right up there for me. Maybe the favorites as well.
I mean, I'm not including the U.S., but I like these a lot. I like the fit. I've got a Bustamante one.
No surprise.
I'll be showing that off on the stream later when she gets here, so that in an interview. All right, we've got a hit on Luis. I'll mess up his last name, but yeah, Luis with the hit. Is that Anthony Carmona? Carmona is also out, and now Tony Sanchez. Three strong players in the outline. None yet on the Hong Kong side.
A team catch. Bailed out.
Taking out Mariquin. Hong Kong is making quick work of the Mexico team right now. I mean, Mexico is just getting warmed up and ready to go. I didn't see, I'm sure they were warming up, but I know Hong Kong was here real early to get a lot of warm-up and practice time in. So we will see what...
personally, I think those warm-ups are really important for starting strong. Otherwise, I find it's harder to move really crisply. It's hard to get your throws being really accurate. So those warm-ups, we see a lot of teams spending like a good half hour just kind of getting ready for their next match. I think that makes a lot of sense. Mexico is a little bit under siege here with just one left. Is Valdez coming to the line, and it's a bit of a rush counter from Kong, decides not to throw it. And now it'll be Hong Kong's turn on the offensive. Valdez alone. He's safe on those balls as they skip toward him, and almost a team catch, but Lewin not bailed out there by, I believe that was Hui, trying to save him and just could not contain it. But instead, we've still got four on the Hong Kong side. Shot from Valdez, flying a little bit wide. And we see Team Hong Kong back to the line, and that's a hit. Good quick shot by Valdez, brings it down to just three on the Hong Kong side.
Three against Armando Valdez, president of Mexico Dodgeball Federation, and they take him out. First point goes to Hong Kong. That was a 2 minute, 3 minutes. So actually, it started off real quick. I thought it was going to be real quick, but they ended up keeping it alive there at the end. Armando. We've got Coach Alan Stott on the side coming in, switching up the lineup.
Yeah, former Team USA player, correct?
Yeah, two-time Team USA player. Now assistant coach for Team Mexico.
Ooh, nice shot onto Leung there.
Using his experience on the world stage to help guide them.
I'm disappointed, though, that unlike most of this commentary team, he's shed his beard.
I am so upset he did that.
Team catch for Mexico.
Pop up. They did not react in time. Hong Kong a little too slow on that counter. They really had a good shot on Hooch, but they did not take it in time. He was ready for them.
And that's one of those interesting little skills, trying to stay aware enough of what's going on all around you. Huikachea able to see that ball pop up and make the easy catch. And we see it's his turn to throw as well, and he misses a little bit high. And now the Hong Kong side coming to the line together. And they make a strike. De la Riva. And so now it is back to a 4-on-4. You've got Sanchez faking, Mariquin. No, it's Sanchez throwing. Ooh. That ball. Lou couldn't squeeze it. It was right in the hands, but a little too much sauce on that shot. And it's It's Medoquin this time. Oh, nice grab right up high, right on the neck.
All right, Mexico, yeah, they're like,
And so 5-on-2 now. Mexico with all the momentum in this set. You see Chow lets it go, and that one's caught as well. Carmona. Some big grabs coming out of the Mexican side to start things off. And yeah, they make the hit. And well, that was a quick point for Team Mexico. Just under 2 minutes elapsing, I think, on that one, and 1-1 score.
bring it back up to a tie. Each match, that was quicker than the first, but still just over 15 minutes left. Anything can happen.
I saw Team Mexico earlier today in the hotel breakfast area, getting their coffee in, getting their meals in. Looks like they're suitably energetic right now. And neither team gets aggressive off the start, but Mexico with the throw. We see Valdez letting it go and missing the counter shot, and he kind of hops out of the way of that one. Medoquin providing a bit of cover. And Hong Kong looking a little bit more defensive now. Loon lets go on a shot, and a big shot connects with Sanchez. Jackie Loon, multiple time representative for Team Hong Kong, holding down the right side. Ooh, De La Riva tried to catch that. It was in his hands, but not against his body. And we see a shot toward Loon. It skips a little bit before it gets to him. Mexico on the defensive now as, ooh, a big shot on Carmona. We're seeing both teams really celebrating when they get their hits. I feel like that's something that Team Malaysia's always done that really feels like it's caught on in this tournament. Medoquin staying inbounds as that shot skims past him. And that one going a little high. We see just a fake from Clarence Hui. Mexico on the approach. And that is Loon taking the shot again. Medoquin with the counter, and he connects right up high. And right now, Team Mexico down 3 players to 5, but with a bit of momentum and definitely high spirits. And there we see the shot toward Valdez in the middle. But so far, no harm done. And that one caught by the ball retriever. The return shot toward Valdez, missing. So both teams now playing a little more slowly. I think Mexico, if they're confident in their throws, they can afford to keep doing this. We see a counter. Oh, Medoquin could not block it cleanly. May have gotten the fingers on the way by. He looks a little disappointed, but he's played very well in the matches we've seen him in. And that shot pops up, and I don't think that's going to be a team catch in. The cover shot connecting on Leung right on the foot as he looked to see if he could secure the ricochet. And, well, pace has picked up. It's only a 2-on-3. Make that a 1-on-3 as Valdez is struck out on his upper arm. It's just Huicochea. They call him Hooch.
Hooch. Orlando Huicochea. Hooch. He is the head of Cactus Dodgeball in Phoenix, Arizona, in the States. He is an amazing human being and a great dodgeball player, so we'll see how he fares here against Hong Kong. 1-on-3. And, could have jumped up. Is that, who's that down there, 21? Can I see your roster?
You sure can.
I cannot see the names or the faces very clearly, so I have to rely on just the numbers.
Yeah, and we see Huicochea sizing up his opponents here. And that shot blocked cleanly by Hui on the left side. Only 1 ball in hand for the Hong Kong team, but Huicochea taking his time. And that one skips a little short. He sizes up, looking for the right shot. And, nice shot.
Lou fumbles the catch. Hooch floating over that one.
You saw him wait to pick his moment until his opponents were trying to pick up a loose ball. Chow decides not to take that.
Chow and Hui in against Hooch. And 2 misses, successful dodge Yeah, he was ready for that block, but he didn't have to.
And he did a good job of making himself small, sliding a little bit to the side.
Going to take that cross shot, because why not? You just know the way he just positioned his body there that he was going to take that cross.
It's pretty hard to get a good throw off without a little bit of a tell. Oh, and we see in the back and forth, eluding it, Hui coming up and taking a shot.
Yeah, Hui there taking advantage of his inability to get himself up quickly. He was fumbling a little bit.
And Hui doing a good job on kind of moving forward aggressively, threatening that pump fake, just kind of freezing Hooch a little bit as well, I think, and that let Hui close the distance and have a much easier shot. So good, smart veteran play. And Team Hong Kong with the 2-1 lead. We've got just under 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Off the rush. I think with both teams, if they don't get there decisively quicker than the other team, they're playing it a little bit more safe. Sanchez hit out on the counter. Leung hit out as well.
Yeah, both teams. I mean, this is a very stark contrast to the Australia-US game we just saw, where that game was pretty much decided by. Oh, fantastic hit! That game was pretty much decided by the opening rush. Each team that took that rush and went into it ended up taking that game. So,
that's a double.
He is not happy about that. Almost had that. Did not react in time. But this one, yeah, both teams are playing a little bit slower off the rush. They're going back, coordinating. Almost. Carmona almost reaches for it, decides to not, pulls back. Let's see. Who they're gonna. There we go. Taking out, getting his revenge. Oh no, that's Chow.
That Chow out, and just Jackie Loon remaining on the Hong Kong side, facing down 5.
Jackie's got lots of experience on the world stage. He is ready for this. He knows what to do, but still 1-on-5 in any scenario is not always great. Let's see if he can pull Jaden Watson and make this happen.
Yeah, that's a callback to Jaden Watson against Team Canada, ate something like 5 minutes by himself against multiple Canadian players before securing the point. We'll see if Jackie Loon can do the same. He's playing it a little more conservatively, just holding on to the one ball. Yesterday we did see several times where some of the male players, when they are alone, electing to throw a second ball if they see a good shot, but it also, of course, opens up the possibility that you get targeted without a blocking ball in hand. Loon not choosing to play things that way. A nice shot that Valdez hops over. And Metaquin getting under the second one. Loon still with 2 in hand. And Mexico's going to come to the line with a plan. And that plan does not result in an out. Carmona just avoiding that shot from Jackie Loon. And that shot falling a little short. See the more conservative posture still by Loon. He's not taking those charge counters. And now he's running up. Valdez trying to hold the line, and I think Loon connects. Yep. Valdez kind of hopped up, tried to block, and no such luck. And we see this time De La Riva taking over on the right side. He's the one who throws, followed by Metaquin. And that shot, ooh. Puikachea seemed to have a little bit of trouble staying upright, but he's fine. And we see that shot from Loon toward De La Riva, who elects to just kind of give it a little fake. And I think we see a little stoppage. Oh, they're back. Oh no, the ref's saying, hey, get back there.
Get back there. Do not mess with the referees. Possibly we can do a little referee shout out, a little like referee love later. Get some information on them. I know we got Joe Colella from the States there, and it looks as if that's Pete Dawson from Australia.
Oh, nice shot by Loon.
Nice shot from Jackie hitting American. There we go. Carmona takes that shot. Is that Anthony?
I believe so.
Yes, Anthony. Again, amazing player, making his I think second year debut on Team Mexico. He is a fantastic player. I have the pleasure of watching him play in Weho Dodgeball.
Oh, very nice.
And grew up in Sky Zone. Started playing dodgeball on trampolines. So I think you all need to remember that every form of dodgeball is a good way to get into the sport. And yeah, I grew up on trampolines, started playing what they call floor dodgeball, what I call dodgeball, and nice hit.
Yeah, Matthew Kong hit out. He's got a big arm, so good hit from Mexico.
And now Anthony is here on the world stage, is all I was going to say. But yes, the game is more important than my tidbit.
Yeah, Anthony's played pretty well.
He's a fantastic catcher. When he gets on the roll, he just grabs everything out of the air like it's like nothing. And a very powerful arm.
Hey, we see him connect there onto Lou. And Mexico with a bit of momentum for themselves. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. You see that shot skimming toward De La Riva, but he is fine. Mexico is still 6 strong coming to the line. It is Metaquin throwing. And that one pops up a little too far to become a team catch. But still a 5-on-4 edge player-wise for Team Mexico. The host country trying to secure a win over another team that's fairly close to them in the standings, Hong Kong. This time Sanchez with the big fake, and it's Huicochea who takes the shot. And no damage done. Mexico now with 4 to the line. We see that shot toward the middle. The second shot connecting. The counter is blocked. But Chow is knocked to the sideline. And Mexico with the edge here. And I think that was a block as well. Jackie Loon, pretty elusive player, pretty good at blocking.
And pretty experienced on this kind of, at this level. And this, again, the world stage, like I keep saying, a lot of pressure on these players to represent their country, a lot of players to play at the top level. I know a lot of people go and, they'll go to like USA Nationals or Canadian Nationals, and they'll be like, okay, I know what this is like, fierce competition. But this is different. It's a different, it gets in your head a little more. There's a lot, it's just a lot more pressure. And we've watched it really bring out the best in people, but we've also watched people kind of crumble under it. And so Jackie is no stranger to the scene and knows what he is doing. Oh, fantastic. Quick counter from Hong Kong. Taking out Metaquin.
Metaquin, who played really well last night when he saw him. But at the moment, he'll be on the sideline. Valdez takes a shot, coming close.
Oh, was that a block? Oh, Tony Sanchez letting himself get distracted, yelling at the other team. Tony, you should know better, sir. Another good friend and longtime friend and husband of Team USA player Katie Sanchez.
Oh, very nice.
And you can't let yourself get distracted by what you think is an out or a wrong ref call, because the other team will take advantage of it, and you could be right or wrong, but it won't matter because you'll still be out. Oh!
Carmona hit out, but Leung as well on a return shot. 2-on-2.
Valdez nailing him right in the face. That's how we do it here in Mexico.
It's a vicious environment for dodgeball. Yeah, it's true. If your attention's distracted at all for any reason, you can expect the other team to take a shot if they see a good one.
Even for a second, yep.
The throws here are often so good and can be released so quickly that you're going to want to keep your head up.
Exactly. I've seen players take advantage of that all week so far.
And Huicochea, you see a little pump fake from Loon before he lets it go. Hooch is safe, though.
On a good plus note, I love playing with Tony Sanchez. He's like, hey, I don't know, I'm not feeling that great. I'm not that great at this, blah, blah, and then he'll just dominate, and it's just kind of fun. Oh, Jackie with the shot on Hooch. Bring it to 3-2 Hong Kong over Mexico. 3-2 Hong Kong over Mexico with just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, we've seen some good little momentum bursts from each team. That one in favor of Hong Kong long enough to secure the point. But narrow edge, this is a close one.
You see the amazing amount of restraint I also held when I didn't say Tony, Tone? Yeah.
We appreciate every bit of restraint you have.
I'm trying to be professional.
Off the rush this time we see a shot from Leung, and he makes a catch on the return. Hooch is out. He hydrates a little bit on the sideline. And that shot finding De La Riva, and I think Sanchez as well. So good momentum. Mexico down to 3 pretty quickly in this point. Let's see if those throws can connect and whittle down this Hong Kong side, but not this time. Carmona hit out. Just 2 remaining. Valdez and Meroquin. That shot taking out Liang, who had done some damage earlier in this point, so good to finally get him out of there. I'm sure the Mexicans feel. Chow lets it go, and a second shot toward Meroquin is blocked. The return, he's trying to chase down Hui, and he connects. Good patient play by Meroquin.
And
yeah, never mind.
Never mind. That's Andy for you. Oh, let me throw every ball right now. He wants to hit his target, he misses, and he gets cut up. He wants that kill. It leaves him and the team very vulnerable often. Oh, no, not a catch, not a catch. Is it a catch?
I think it might have been. It might have just kind of popped up off the low block.
I thought it hit the ground. Number 5 over on Hong Kong, the guy who threw it, Chow was like, what? But the referees did not seem to convene. They didn't need to, it was not a question for them. Very clear down there, not from up here, but wow, all right.
Yeah, you got to capitalize on those bounces if you see a ball popping up into your grip.
Yep.
Valdez bobbling it a little, but coming down with the grab.
Mexico looking to tie it up with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first half.
And we see the approach. It is Lau who lets it go. Lucas Lau taking a shot a little bit across his body toward the middle of the court. And the shot coming his way, missing. Hong Kong now with 4, 2 for each player. And it's Lau again taking the shot. So as the pace settles down with about 50 seconds left, we will see if this particular point takes us all the way to sudden death, or if someone can close it out, and we'll squeeze in another in the first half. Shot from Chow, flying a little bit wide. Meroquin is safe.
1, 2, guys, great block.
Yeah, Chow.
Those whistles are not on our side. I was like, what was the whistle for?
I know, from up here it's hard to tell where the whistles come from. From down on the floor level, it's way easier. And wow.
Oh, Meroquin just sneaking it right under Lau's balls. And oh, nope, ground and then him. But right under his balls, into his legs.
Yeah, and we see Hui Kachea avoiding that. 5 seconds left.
And oh no! Did they catch it before the time ran out?
I think that's the signal. So right as the whistle went, that last shot was released.
I mean,
The hit was definitely after the whistle, but that's not what matters.
that's not what matters. But do they start another game in this half is what I want to know, for no block. Did they go into no block, or was that... I mean, I guess so. I guess they finished before. It's right at 0. It was in Mexico's best interest to wait till no block and then do that. In all honesty, going into the second half with a tie, I mean, unless they want to play no block. I guess they're playing it. Brian Lee is their coach and captain and Hong Kong, I don't know if he's the captain, sorry, head of Hong Kong Dodgeball.
Yep.
And he is also helps write a lot of the rules for WDBF, including the policies on overtime and the halves and stuff. So, yep, looks like they're going into no block.
We did see this once last night as well, with a point during regulation ending pretty much as time expired, and the decision is to start the sudden death point. Just both teams with the 3 balls in hand, no opening rush, no blocking. We hear the on my whistle call. And they're off. No blocking. We should see a lot of throws early on. That one on to Loon. And I think what they're talking about, so Loon may have dropped the ball he was holding, and that was what was hit. But I'm pretty sure I did see some contact toward Jackie Loon. He made a gesture to me like the ball he was holding fell, but I think the refs agree.
I was trying to get a score update on the back court, so I missed that entire exchange. So, what do you guys at home think? You can let us know what you think at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram. Please send us your questions, your comments, your concerns. You can message us, slide into our DMs. And also send us your questions, your explicit thoughts, and we will communicate what we can over the stream to you, as well as with bonus content on our Instagram story.
So much bonus content.
So much content. So booked. So blessed.
My phone struggled to draw all the little the separations on the Instagram stories.
Oh yeah.
And we saw
the
it.
Dotted line.
Yep.
We've got more coming to you today now that we've fixed our internet and microphone issues. So look for that.
Mexico still 6 strong here in sudden death. Their throws have been connecting. And Meroquin this time looking toward Loon. And now 1 ball per player for Hong Kong coming to the line. And we see
for Meroquin, unsuccessfully.
Nice kind of low sidearm shot. Trying to maybe clip the feet, but no such luck. And it is Carmona throwing. And the return shot from Loon missing. Meroquin just posturing up at the line, just making him worry. Huicochea and Valdez joining him at the line. It's Huicochea who throws, connects. And Chow unable to collapse on that ball.
This is a very, very slow, steady Cerebral match. Getting out.
And Meroquin as well, I think, hits.
As I say slow and steady.
Yeah.
It was like ball.
And some back and forth. Kong.
Ball.
Matthew Kong knocked out as well, so now it's down to a 3-on-2. Still Mexico favored, looking to take the lead in this match.
Ooh, nice. I've got some questions for the half. Cannot wait. And some score updates from the other courts for you guys. Aren't you getting excited?
I know I am. We see nice little shot toward Loon, and I think Leung was actually hit out, though.
Jackie, it looked like, again, we're like 8,000 feet away.
Yeah.
So 5 meters, my conversion rate might be off, but we can't see everything correctly. Oh, we saw that. Sanchez with a hit. Jackie just like load him up. He's like, let's go. He knew he needed to be aggressive, but now that we've got Carmona and Valdez in there, I think Jackie's very nimble. He'll jump. He'll do all the crazy stuff. But, wow, like I said, crazy stuff. Wasn't enough because they put one after the other after the other. You can only do so many gymnastics before you just get hit. But that little hop, that like go to the floor push-up hop thing, oh my God, I don't know. It freaks, every time it gets me, I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Definitely one of the more fun dodges that we see some of those athletic players pulling out from time to time, but once he was back on the ground, we saw that shot coming in. It's kind of tagging him on the back. So
we go into the second half, 4-3, Mexico over Hong Kong. Score updates from the other side. We've got Canada over Norway. 7-0, and Malaysia over Argentina, 4-0 Malaysia. So both strong teams, Malaysia and Canada, both favorites for medal to make it to the medal matches. Argentina doing great, but still a very new team, second year here, and Norway, this is their first time here. These are rough matches for Norway and Argentina right now. We'll keep you updated on those scores.
Yeah, it's always tough when you're one of the newer teams facing off against some of the heavy metal favorites, but it's valuable experience.
I like heavy metal favorites, as in, Metallica. No, kidding. All right, moving on to some questions. So I stopped trying to make jokes. What final system, speaking of finals, what final system is being used in the tournament? Well, Terry, do you want to take, or do you want me to do it?
What does the final system mean? Like, how are those matches being played out? Like,
I believe that what their question is that, so everyone will play round robin, every country will play every other country, and they will be seeded into, in the standings, 1 through 11 for men's, and they will, the top 8 seeded teams will proceed to elimination matches, so they will go to playoffs and battle it out. For the women, it is similar, but with the top 4 women's teams making it into the elimination rounds. So we've got top 8 of men's, top 4 for women's. Current favorites, let's see, the standings. Oh, you can see them for yourself. You can check out dodgeballworldchampionships.com. That's dodgeballworldchampionships with an S.com. And you can check out on the schedule, you will see the leaderboard. I'm trying to load it right now. So the men's ladder, currently The U.S. remains undefeated in first place for the men's, followed by Malaysia, Canada, and Australia. And on the women's top 4 so far, currently seated, Australia is currently seated first with undefeated. The U.S. is right behind them as well as undefeated as well. I'm really looking forward to that game. And then behind them, Canada and Hong Kong. So, yeah, those are the top 4 for the women and top 4 for the men as well. Mexico is coming in at 5th, Hong Kong 6th, Great Britain 7, New Zealand 8. All of these teams, though, need these wins to stay in that top 8. Anything can change still within this day.
Yeah, this matchup between Mexico and Hong Kong, currently in 5th and 6th respectively. Obviously, this could have seeding implications for the playoffs. Also, just behind them, Great Britain, my favorite quirk of the standings right now. Great Britain in 7th with 2 wins and 5 losses, but a +9 point differential. So when they win big, and when they lose, it's close, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, though, because that point differential will make all the difference. And I know that they went hard on Norway in that last game. They needed to rack up those points. They needed to bring it back because they got they had a really unfortunate first round out against the U.S. 3 injuries within the first half. So everyone's back and up and at it now. Those injuries were minor, enough to take them out for the day, unfortunately, but you know, minor enough to where now they're back and more effective than before. Let's see. We are at the half for all 3 games. Canada over Norway 7-0, Malaysia over Argentina 4-0, and Mexico over Hong Kong 4-3.
I think it looks like, very quickly, since we got the text update, I think I can see that Canada extended their lead over Norway to 9-0. And I think Malaysia 5-0 now. So a little bit of quick action after we got our updates. And here, Mexico with the 4-3 edge. They're about to kick it off. Once again, this match has standings implications, at the very least seeding implications.
And here we go. I'm actually going to possibly turn it over to Bill Fisher so I can take a little break. I need more coffee. Terry,
that's fair.
Yeah, very fair. The audience at home, you're welcome.
Send us coffee if you can.
Send us coffee. Slide into our DMs with lattes, cold brew.
Please send us coffee.
Please send us poor Bill. Please send us coffee. Are you good to go, Bill?
Yes.
Yeah? You're always good to go.
And we see some nice dodging out of the Hong Kong side. They've got some acrobatic players. Bill, welcome back to the microphone.
I am so mixed feelings about returning to the microphone. Mike McGee with that catch earlier, I needed to go take a throat break. That was something else.
Yeah, I can still hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Obviously an exciting play. Best of Dodgeball, here we come.
We just said, please send us coffee, and Jen Woodley just showed up with coffee. You viewers at home, you're amazing. You make things happen. I love it. Now send us your questions at World Dodgeball Federation. Keep it going. I like this. And I would like some money. Venmo at Jake.
Jake's a little greedy now that things have started to work for him. And we see Hong Kong now, 4 balls coming up to the line.
Yeah. So how'd this first half go? I didn't get to catch too much of it. But you were here.
Yeah, honestly, Hong Kong had the edge for a lot, but Mexico came on strong at the back of the first half here, and Mexico with a lead. I think the referees confirming that last shot was not a hit, skimming into the ground just before it might have mattered. Carmona just barely staying in bounds as he leaned back to avoid that ball.
Anthony has such a big throw. A lot of bite to it. Oh, and a triple out!
You don't see that every day.
Earlier, the Mexican side thought they got a triple out. It ended up being a double, but tide's turn.
Yeah, and that, I mean, what can you do? Once that first player gets hit, that ball ricochets, sometimes the luck is not with you. It's like a game of Peggle out there sometimes.
Ooh, Valdez getting hit in the feet. El Presidente.
Yeah, Hui with a shot, and it's just Hui Kachea. Hui threatening the charge counter. Hui Kachea trying to keep him back.
So Hooch.
The man they call Hooch. And the referee saying, yeah, it looks like they're saying Hui did not manage to block that one cleanly. Hui protesting a little bit, but he is off on the sideline now.
Yeah, seemed polite about it. I mean, can be emotional this game. So we've seen more intense ways to disagree with the ref.
Yeah, Kong with a big shot, but Hukache avoids it, tries to retaliate, but Chow kind of covering his player.
He had some big plays in that first half that I did see, just staying alive, good pressure, but I think he fell a little short earlier. Let's see if he can turn it around this time and come out with the win.
Yeah, Hukache usually playing things a little more on the conservative side when he's by himself.
That was ground.
I think, yeah, I believe that's skim. The referee's confirming that.
Yeah.
Don't want to celebrate too hard when you're not sure. We have also seen some warnings handed out by the referees for excessive celebration at times. So.
Yeah. One team ran onto the court before the win was real. And that was an interesting one.
You see this shot. Hukache doing a good job of those throws kind of outside his body, trying to keep both keep the player in front of him down, but also keep the pressure from his right side away.
Yeah, that's usually the one that gets you. Is the one in front of you is there to take all your attention, but that side from that shot from the side is the one that typically gets you. You're forced to have that blocker in front of you, and your side is exposed. And, that side player is coming up fast and just committing fully to it because they're really not going to be countered.
You see Lewin now putting a little more pressure on. Hukache
Catch.
Yep, it's a ricochet. And not much you can do about that when that ball pops up. Sometimes you are at the mercy of fate.
Yeah, more times than not, that ball just skims the top of the blocking ball and goes in the opponent's chest and gets an out. So, every now and then you're going to get that weird angle off the ball. It just pops up directly in the midcourt and someone can just snatch it.
Yeah, so a couple of tough bounces for Mexico there. The toughest was the triple hit, eliminating, I think that was Carmona, Meroquin, and maybe Sanchez. I don't remember the exact three, but either way, 3 for 1 ball is not the kind of deal you want to find.
Yeah, but at least it's something like they can kind of brush that loss off. It's so difficult to...
Oh, wow.
Big catch.
Hooch is crazy.
But right, you can't count on getting those triple outs, right? That's just something that happens. It's part of the game. And so, it's not something that's going to fluster them too much going into this match.
Big shot on, I believe that's Chung hit out, and maybe Loon as well on the ricochet. So some good bounces coming back Mexico's way. Over time, this stuff kind of balances out. That one's skimming. Yep.
It's nice. With you can hear the skim a bit easier with the score, which is really nice. Ooh, inside of
That's a double the other way. Sanchez must have been grazed as well. We heard in triple hits, so they're just more of the nice when you get them.
Absolutely.
I guess if you really feel confident in good curved shots, maybe you could try to make that happen. But
nice counter, staying alive. But Carmona, I think, hit out. Andy American coming up, taking that counter shot and nailing it.
Yeah, but Hui hitting, I believe, 2 there with good, solid, accurate shots. That one bouncing. Takes a second look at Valdez, but both of those missing.
Yeah, Mondo doing a good job staying alive, getting over those shots. Let's see if they throw 1 or 2 here.
They staggered the timing, and they do throw 2. Hui with the shot toward Meroquin is blocked as he goes low. We've seen good survival skills from Andy Meroquin here.
We're seeing very staggered throws from Mexico. Not in a bad way, just sort of different than most teams approach staggered throws.
And there we see Hui finish it off. Meroquin really thought he got him, but Hui
doing that. We got to be playing through.
Yeah, Hui waits it out.
It's hard though. When you think you nail someone, you get that excitement. That you got to get back. You got to play as if the situation's still alive. In the same way on offense, right? If someone gets tagged and the ball goes up in the air, you have to double tap sometimes. That person might have resigned themselves, but you're never sure. They could see the ball at the last second. The game's not over until it's officially over.
Yeah, that is correct. And Hong Kong grabbing a 5-4 edge. So coming out with the first 2 points of the set. Rodriguez in, I believe that's the first time in this match we've seen him. Part of the headband cohort on this Mexican team. And Hong Kong eluding the single throw Mexico not wanting to give up too many balls here, keeping one in each corner.
Still 6 on both sides, nothing off the rush, nothing just yet on either side.
Hey, you'll see it's very rare that most of the teams here go down to fewer than 2 balls. It's one of the easiest ways to protect your teammates if your corners have them, although Metaquin gets hit out over his blocking ball. He's still emotional at the moment, but
also shout out to the Hong Kong ball retriever for making that catch on that play and getting it stuck.
Yep. And there's a catch in play. Leung with a good grab. Hong Kong team fired up. You see them coming to the line, and it is Loon who takes the shot. Leung protecting his team on the back pedal. And now it'll be Hong Kong coming up again. You see that back and forth. This one also grabbed. Kong very confident there.
Okay. Hong Kong with the 5-4 lead here. Mexico doesn't want them getting too much momentum. They don't want to be making up ground as we go into the final minutes of the half. You know, every second matters. So, got to pick up the pace. Got to make something productive here for Mexico. Keep that morale up. Keep it close.
Now those shots going just a little bit off the target. Hong Kong still with 6. 3 of them come up with balls. We're going to see 1 thrown. It is Hui taking that shot.
Good dodge staying alive there by Hooch.
And it's Hooch
Nice
returning the
connection
favor.
there.
The return shot's missing as well. So Leung knocked out, not able to catch that one, and just 1 ball currently in hand.
5 balls for the side of Mexico.
Hong Kong electing to move that single ball to the corner, and Loon does take the shot, and it does connect with Carmona. So may not have come out high the way we've seen the Canadian teams do it, but still attacking out of the corner was Jackie Loon.
Getting over that one. Nice work, staying alive, dragging the shot to that corner, making a 5-ball play, turning to nothing.
And Lau is the one to throw, followed by Loon, and that ball
connected with the shoulder.
Yeah, we could see Hui get connected. And the referees, a little bit of conversation. The teams are huddling up. I'm not sure if a timeout was called there, but everybody's talking it over right now. Huddles of the Mexican team, the Hong Kong team, and the refs. Also a team unto themselves.
Yeah. And they're a great team, they are. Trying to see who's in that huddle. My eyes are not focusing, but I do know that's Joe Coella. He's been reffing for years and years and years between, I think UDC he's done, but you know, definitely the guy in charge of reffing a lot of finals and elite, the ones that he's not in. But yeah, great ref, knows the rules in depth. Always the guy I go to when I have, you know, verifications. Is it this way or is it this way that you play that rule? And so
you need those rules experts, yeah.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. Props to him. Refs don't get enough shout-outs here.
And they won't get any more either.
Nope, 0.
It's a tough job, but they're doing well at this tournament. And we see the fakes. And it is Rodriguez with the energetic fakes. And finally they let it go. That was a lot of patience at the line. Lucas Lau retrieving that ball before it rolls back Mexico's way, and Hong Kong now.
I'm always a fan of those, you know, use all the time you can on those pump fakes.
Yeah, we could doing the right thing of checking with the refs there.
But, you know, get them to make those moves. Make them make them glaze their eyes over a bit. Get a little lazy with their dodges. So good work there, and also it keeps some good pressure. It's almost like looking for an offsides in football at certain times. When you run a play and you call a timeout with the intent of just trying to drag the other team offsides and get that 3 to 5 yards. Similar there, throwing that ball at the 1 second timer.
And now Mexico coming up. We'll see if they elect to throw early. They do.
Big connection. That's the charging player from the Hong Kong side.
Yeah, Chung hit out. And only 3 remaining on Hong Kong, but only 2 on the Mexican side. We'll see who loses another one first. Hong Kong confident, and Loon steps into that throw in a walking stride, maybe trying to surprise them a little bit.
Usually that's a pump fake. I mean, a lot of dodgeball is, obscuring what you're going to do as best as possible.
Oh, and quick back and forth. Loon gets under that last shot, and nobody quite connecting. Yeah, disguising your motion and your timing, an important skill at high-level dodgeball.
The number of people I know that watch themselves on film and watch their pump fakes and try to determine if a pump fake is going to be a throw or not, watching their own film from like a couple weeks ago, just trying to see that they're identical, right? You don't want to give anything away. And the closer they are to the same thing, the better off you are.
Yeah, my tip to people working on pump fakes is always just go through your full throwing motion and just don't let go at the end.
Yeah. Apparently some people throw by literally...
It's a nice shot by Kong.
By literally squeezing the ball as they throw, and it like pops out of their hand. So it's almost like that doesn't work for some people. It's a strange thing to hear, but...
I would not be able to do that with these foam balls.
Yeah.
Shot from Hui Kachea. Lucas Lau avoiding it. That one going toward Kong, though, and connecting.
Dangerous spot in that pocket, but does come out okay.
Yeah. Hooch confident enough in his throws that he's willing to take those kinds of shots. Kind of has to throw alone, obviously. Goes across toward Loon, but doesn't find the mark. And now Hong Kong, you can see them switching sides, maybe seeing how to play the angles a little differently.
Yeah, he's also been in this position quite a bit now, right, as the last man in for that team. So they're relying on him to close these games out.
Now we see another shot going close, but not quite there. And now it'll be back to the Hong Kong side to throw, trying to extend their lead. 7 minutes remaining in the match. And we see that staggered timing again that we were talking about before. Just first shot to get the player to move, second shot to try and follow that player's move. And
just the ball retriever.
Yeah, couldn't catch that one. And the counter right away coming out from Loon. Oh, we see Lucas Lau out of bounds. And now,
I cannot see that corner of the court, unfortunately.
Just try to extend, Bill. Just extend.
Loon, Gadget, Nick.
Loon and Hooch, the final players remaining for their sides. So Orlando Huicache has whittled down his opponents, giving himself the best chance to win. Loon with a shot that's blocked. And that's blocked, yep. Saw the high block from Huicache, the low block from Jackie Loon. And that one skims away. Huicache. Ooh, really?
Ooh, his back foot almost slid out from under him and out of bounds.
Huicache missing. And now they take a breath before Loon comes up. We'll see if Huicache chooses to play any of these aggressively. Not yet. Waiting for the moment for both players. Loon shooting, missing, and a miss as well from Huicache. Oh, that ball bobbled a little bit and getting away. And Loon attacking while there's only one ball in hand, but the ball retrievers get a couple over to Huicache.
A little bit tired here.
And can't blame him.
Yeah, no, he's done a lot of work in this match.
Yeah, both players have been last players remaining. And I think the call is a hit. It looked like the near ref closest to Jackie Loon was saying that did get you. And yeah, the hit is confirmed. Loon obviously doesn't agree, but
5-5.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes left, exactly?
I think 5 minutes, 10 seconds it might be.
Darn it.
From this distance, that one just kind of hides.
Can we take 10 seconds off the clock, please?
Small update from the far court that I can see the score of. It looks like Canada up 14-0 against Norway right now.
The Norway team is so much fun to hang out with. I got to commentate one of their matches for their not live stream, but their production that they're doing. They're a really interesting team. They're A lot of them not professional athletes, but like Olympic athletes and very high-level competitors. Super interesting team. I recommend checking them out when their documentary of dodgeball stuff comes out later this year, hopefully. Later next year.
I'm gonna look for that once it's available.
Yeah.
Sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
I'm sure the World Dodgeball Federation, which you can follow on Instagram and Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and MySpace, will post it later on.
Do they have a Friendster page?
No, that's a way too old.
Oh, okay, that one's way too old, yeah. We saw the timeout there. I believe that was called by Mexico. 5-5 the score. So, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, this match does have playoff seeding implications, as these teams are currently 5 and 6, Mexico and Hong Kong. So, the winner will be ahead of the other, that's for sure.
I think you can also follow World Dodgeball Federation on Google+.
Maybe Orkut.
Yeah.
Okay, this is digging pretty deep.
Yeah.
But,
sorry.
Referee's talking again. Looks like they may be restarting this point. Looks like the timer hasn't stopped. Someone should probably grab that. There it is. It's paused now. 4:46 still on the clock. They may opt to put a little bit on it, but we will see. Now they're calling over the coaches from both sides.
Yeah.
Brian Lee and Alan
False
Stock.
start, or?
I don't think so. I didn't see the false start signal given, where you usually see them point toward the side and often the player who jumped a little early. So I'm not actually sure what that stoppage is. But everybody comes back. We know this point is going to be starting up again soon. Teams take to the line.
Oh, it looks like it's Coach Alan Stott. Looks like it's about the way that players are starting. They're supposed to have 1 foot on the back line, 1 foot in. I think one player was starting the elite style, which is both feet behind the line.
Sometimes those habits from different leagues that have slightly different rules for certain situations, those can be hard to break. It gets very instinctual how you choose to position yourself after a while. So.
Nice job getting over that one, staying alive. Good pressure by the corner from Hong Kong.
Yeah, that is Hui, who's been holding down that left corner for most of this match. We see a shot onto De La Riva.
Valdez pulls a Cerebral, as you call it.
Yeah, the old pump fake straight into the ground.
I got to admit, I've done that myself. I understand it. Oh, tries to get it. Nice job going for it, but comes up a little bit short. Good heads-up play there, though.
Yeah, Leung kind of taking a look back. I think that was Chow who tried for it, but... And shot toward Meadow Quinn missing. And now as Mexico comes to the line, we see the shot coming in from the left side. That was Carmona letting it go, and Rodriguez avoiding the shot in from the right side, Jackie Loon. And Mexico, with those pump fakes trying to bait out the moves. They baited out a lot of moves, but weren't able to connect. And Carmona avoiding the return shot.
Yeah. It's always interesting, too, how teams approach the line. You'll notice Carmona kind of gets there a little later because there are times when he'll take the step into his throw. So mimicking that even when he's not throwing, he's still taking that, stepping into the line as the other team as the rest of the team is pump faking. Another way just to kind of keep things mixed up. Send off signals to the team and make them stare at you thinking one thing. Break their confidence in their decision making.
Yeah, we see in those returns no harm done. Yeah, some players, including me, will sometimes betray whether they're throwing or pumping based on how they approach the line. So it's good to be wary of that. Know when you're making it look the same or when you want to consciously send out a false tell to the other team.
Yeah. Highly recommend acting classes.
And that shot, looking for the rest for confirmation. It sounded solid. I think they're saying
skimmed
no
just
harm
beforehand.
Done. Yeah, I did some improv lessons at the Second City in Toronto. If you really want some unique acting classes. That shot on Rodriguez hitting, and a nice shot on Loon. Reading the jump, I think, was Carmona.
Yeah, he looked like he primed for it, and Carmona reading that situation well. Carmona and American play together fairly often. So, and let's see what they do together right now. The dynamic duo.
That can be good to have that rapport with somebody that you've played with for a long time. You just kind of know what they'll do and when.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having that comfort and, you know.
That shot bouncing just in front of the target. We've still got a 4-on-2 advantage for Hong Kong. I think just a minute and a half remaining, so this is going to be a major point.
Yeah, if this goes into no block, as is, it's going to be a bit hard for Mexico. 4-2 with no block is difficult, right? We talk about how the game slows down once it gets down to that 2 or 3 players on the side. That's because they have a blocking ball, but the second you no longer can block. Big catch by Carmona, makes it 3 on the side. Carmona going up.
Big fakes, but doesn't take.
Good job with that patience. A 5-ball play coming from the side of Mexico here. Can they capitalize?
Yeah, nice block by Hui. Distributing the balls to teammates. I think Chen now sweeping over to the right side and Chow in the middle.
Good job not giving up too much momentum there. Oh.
Yeah, nice throw connecting on De La Riva.
Momentum back on the side of Hong Kong.
30 seconds though.
Mexico.
And a nice block by Meroquin. It's a pretty hard shot coming out of Clarence Hui on the side. Approaching the line, you see some fakes from the middle, and middle does take the shot. Carmona with the block.
Good work getting that into the ground.
And Carmona missing. Oh, what a grab! Nice dodging, and I think time expired. That's some nice dodging by Hui at the end, going flat in the air. And a huge catch by Carmona while holding another ball.
Back to back. Well, 2 catches, I should say, in one game. Good work by him.
And you see the Mexican sideline pumping up the crowd. So Mexico giving themselves the best chance they can have at taking this sudden death point and the match. Pretty dramatic, I'd say.
Yeah. Not over yet, though. They're feeling confident. They have the momentum here. Hong Kong's going to be a bit on the back foot after just giving up, 2 big catches.
Yeah, we've seen, it hasn't been a heavy catching match, but we've seen both sides making some clutch grabs. And those may be the most clutch we've seen yet in this particular match. So
they are scenes 5 and 6 respectively, right?
That is correct.
So I think that would leave, if the winner would probably face Australia with the current rankings, and the loser would go on to face the current champions Malaysia with the current rankings.
Oh, nice shot. Hui alone, and he gets tagged. Mexico with the victory in sudden death over Hong Kong in dramatic fashion.
The fans are going crazy here. I'm sure you can hear it at home. Great work by that Mexican squad, persevering. Great match, back to back, 2 very close matches that have come down to the wire in the very last game.
Yeah, and this day is stacked with matches that have playoff implications, that are likely to be exciting, friendly rivalries from years past. Coming up after this, you will be able to see a women's match between Mexico and USA. I know a lot of players in those 2 teams are friends with each other, so I'm sure that's going to be pretty exciting. After that, we will see a men's match of Mexico versus Canada, a women's match between the USA and Canada, a men's match between USA and Canada, and then we've got a women's match between Canada and Australia, followed by the capper for the day on the main court, a men's match between USA and Mexico. So 3 Mexico men's matches and one of the women's team as well for the hometown fans to enjoy. As we still see that the Mexican team joined by the women's team, men's and women's sides out there celebrating together.
Yeah. What a match. What an absolutely crazy match. So close on both sides, so evenly matched. Mexican side, taking it while they're on the home court. So local crowd got pumped for that one for sure, and you could hear it. What's the next match again? We have Mexico versus USA women's division, correct?
That is correct. So
yeah, stay tuned for that one.
we'll see those friendly rivalries happen. I'm sure they will be less friendly on the court than they will be on the sideline before and after. But hey, everybody here has a lot of mutual respect. So.
Okay, I think that's all for this match. Stay tuned. Once again, follow us on Instagram and YouTube, Facebook as World Dodgeball Federation. You can follow us on Twitch as well. We are World Dodgeball. Please subscribe. Once again, we are going through Sunday. We start every day at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. I think we started at 1 a.m. Melbourne time this morning for them. So that's the time for Australia to be awake for a long time.
We will be back with you for the next match. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
And take care.
Yeah, I'm Bill Fisher.
And I'm Terry Thrasher. We'll talk to you soon.